Hello, chat. Welcome to the stream, and I just realized my background isn't very, Silksong-esque, so let me swap this out. Okay, what's a good one? You guys can hear the game. It's loud, isn't it? I'm gonna turn on the volume here. So that's not too loud, you know? Dude, is there anything that's, like, not a wallpaper? You know what? We're anticipating Seas of Sorrow. So I'm gonna save it as Seas of Sorrow. So Silksong, Skong, if you will. Okay, then let me head over to here, change the background image. It shouldn't be too much bigger. Oh my god, it's perfect. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways, I'm back playing Silksong. I don't think I've streamed this game yet. I love this game so much. As you can tell, I have beaten it twice as shown. I actually have beaten it a third time. You just can't see it because it was a different thing. And then I've attempted Steelsoul. Let's just say that those attempts weren't very successful. We'll go with that, yeah. So I'm gonna hope that I could do a little mini series here where I can hopefully do a successful steel roll thing. Damn, I got waffles. That's why I was taking so long. I got some waffles to snack on and some hot chocolate, and ma'am, the waffles are cold still. I'm sorry if this is anyone's first time seeing this game. Based off the 0 viewers, I'm assuming that no one cares. I'm just gonna skip through all of this. Because I've watched this a whole lot. Because I think I've done like 3 Steelsoul attempts prior to this. I think. Hmm. Okay, come on. Give me my needle. And here we go. Now, I know we're a Steelsoul, but like... Shit, what's the worst that could happen? Trust me, I'm not usually this stupid. I'm a one hit, this is not good. Oh no, it's gonna kill me! One hit left and then I can heal. Yo! Okay, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever actually beaten that thing the beginning of the game. In my first playthrough, which if you can tell was 60 hours, I didn't even know that existed. I'm hoping I can do it. So the reason I lost the last one was I was right before, oh god, what's her name? Widow, that's it. I was right before Widow. And I got killed by one of the giant bellflies. Very annoying, I know. A freaking basic enemy killed me. Not even a boss. I think my first attempt, I died at Bell Beast. I think my second attempt, I died at... Oh god. Where did I die on my second attempt? I think... Oh. Oh, I'm dying, sigh. I think I died on my second attempt too, it was either Lace, or it was right out of the gate. I don't remember. I don't know which one's more embarrassing. Come on. We're gonna do a little skip here. You see, that's speedrunner. I'm just so speedrunner. I'm so speedrunner coded, guys. Oh. Then there's this too. It's really good for starting out. What is there, 100 in there? Oh, I think there's 30. Yeah, 30. Dang. That's a shame. Well, 30 is better than, like, nothing. That's like a map later on. Bring it on! I can kill you, foul creature! Oh no. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Let's go. Progression. Well, I think it was out of the gate because I remember dying to Moss Mother. You know, that's not a good sign, really. Both the dying to Moss Mother and whatever just happened to Hornet. Look at that, so many tabs. Such an in-depth inventory system. Here we go. I got You can't kill me, I'll kill you. And your children. Trust me, I'm not the bad guy. Hornet is so skinny. Oh damn, that was like right on money. Come on, I got this. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. What you're looking at is a Silksong Professional. And before you think, oh, you probably can't beat this in Steelsoul, it's such a hard game. While it's easier, I have 100%ed Steelsoul on Hollow Knight. Now granted, I skipped Markov because I'm not a psychopath. I didn't want to lose, but like, you know. I think the hardest achievement to get was P5. That was the hardest because I always died on Absrad, but I could no-hit, oh my lord. Shut up! Oh my god. This bug is so loud. I would always die on Absrad, but I did really good on, NKG and Pure Vessel. Like, I would no-hit them. That's how good I am. Believe me, chat.
Cadestre.
Cadestre. We finally unlocked the journal. Well, not the journal. The objective menu. Okay. Also, something I did not know when I first played through. Which one is this? Yeah, you could just emote. I did not know you could just straight up emote. Only if there was more emotes. Come on, Team Cherry. For each DLC, they should add a new emote. Just press a random button. Press maybe 7 or like 9 and you do something. Hi, Pilby. Pilby! This isn't a secret, but you're gonna die. You're gonna die, Pilby. You're gonna die. Okay, talk to you. There's nothing I can buy from you yet, right? Like, price-wise. Yeah, no. I always like to buy Magnetite Brooch off the bat. It's a nice thing to purchase. I will also go... So, my plan, if I can make it, I will do... Okay, what... My brain is dying currently. I'll do Blasted Steps to get the dice. Because the dice could legit save a run. We all know that. I really want to do Hunter's March. Because Hunter's March has the mask there if you get in deep enough. But then again, no, you need a double jump or a wall climb to get that. Maybe not. And then another thing. I want to enter through my preferred entrance, which is killing, Phantom. Because I honestly much prefer that whole thing rather than going... Like, I don't know. Look, I don't know if it's just me, but I love parry. It is such a useful ability. It's just so seamless. It's so powerful. Before you start accusing me of gravest sin, I'm sorry for not talking to the Silksong NPC in the song game. In Silksong. I'm sorry for this gravest of sins. Okay, I should be able to afford this. From what I remember when I was doing my 100, because I did the 100% speed run, if you couldn't tell by my third save being very fast and 100%. From what I remember, the issue with oh my god, why can't I remember them? The rosaries. Issue with rosaries. You get none beginning a game. You are struggling for any lick of them. Then you hit mid-game, and you have, like, way too much of them, right? But then you hit late game, and you either have absolutely way too much, or you have none. There is no in-between. You do not have a good moderate amount. You either have, like, 10 to 20,000, or you have, like, 50. And that's usually the time when everything's the most expensive. And that's not great, you know? Give me the quest. This is also my preferred way of getting through the boss fight. I'd rather skip the boss fight than... yeah. Okay. We got that rested at it. I'm gonna like pet those things. They're so cute. Like the fleas. You know, I gotta say, Silksong has probably done some crazy advertising for all the flea kind. Like, I don't think anyone has ever found fleas cute. If you are, what's wrong with you? But Silksong has done some wonderful PR. Now everyone wants, like, flea, like, plushies. I would love a flea plushie. Oh, no! Honestly, if Silksong, Team Cherry, you make one. My life is in your hands. My life is yours, Team Cherry. Just make a flea plushie. Oh wait, you need to. Oh god, I forgot how to get up there. Oh wait, this way. Yeah, I forgot. I need to go and beat Bell Beast. You go through Moss Core. Well, now we're swimming in some cash. What was that, 105? Man, I got that moolah. Cha-ching, cha-chang, baby. Cha-ching, cha-chang. Let's go, let's go. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Fucking hot chocolate. It's got some, like, it has butterbeer creamer in it. It's so good. Let's get Moss map. We have obtained a map. We have gotten a new menu. Praise be to Silksong. Yeah, we'll eventually get the rest of these three, maybe the markers too eventually. Just completely buy out her shop. Ushke. Dude, do you guys think I can speak her language, or is that racist? Thank you for whispering. Thank you, just. No, thank you for moaning. That was completely unnecessary. Silksong enemies when a task involves absolutely no moaning. Okay. Oh no, you can't do the speedrun tactic unless it's opened already. Right? Let me just double check. Come on. Oh wait, no. I need to be on the other side. Don't let me die trying to do this. Oh no, I did it wrong. God damn it. Come on, over here. Okay, and I need you to come over here. There we go. Okay. Oh, you can go out here. Okay. I wonder who unlocked the thingy to come back up here. Also, because cannot miss out on some nice rosaries. Look at that. Swimming in the dough. I am rich. Okay, then another thing I want to do, not get the thing below us. Because, I understand that is going to be insanely difficult. No, I want to get the, oh god, why is my brain blanking? You know, the thingy. Okay. This would be a nice thing to have the Magnite Brooch for because of how often I always accidentally drop these everywhere. You know, a thing I did like was when Team Cherry added balances for pricing. Because I remember in my first attempt through the game, I was struggling like hell with trying to afford the Bellway each time. Like, I would have to grind. It was not fun, let me tell you that much. Grind for, like, benches. It made me think of... what's the bench in Hollow Knight that you have to pay for? Maybe think of when you get to the City Tears bench with, where Coral is. No, not Coral, where Cornifer is. And, like, if you just died and lost all your stuff in, Dream Sanctum. No, Soul Sanctum. You lost your stuff in Soul Sanctum, you were screwed. because you just couldn't afford it. And I remember when I first started playing the game, that I was struggling like hell. No, I'm gonna save this for stuff I need. Yeah, you need the thingy, so I need to head left here. Don't worry, everyone. You can trust the freaking. Oops, hey, don't spit at me. Ew, snot. Damn. Okay, and then that requires opening the thing up here. He's got a... Right. Ah, god damn it. You can't attempt it again. Take that. Oh, dang it. You can attempt to make me fall, though. That is possible. I think I've been doing pretty good for time. My first playthrough wasn't so good with time, mostly because I tried to check every nook and cranny. Because I knew there was like a lot of secrets in the game, a lot of things you can miss. And also because there was so many things where I would check as hard as possible to see if I could do it then, without realizing that you needed something like, you know, the wall jump, the double jump, you know, something like that. Give me all that. Man, but I absolutely love this game. I gotta say, Hollow Knight and Silksong, I personally, whenever I'm like ranking games or saying what games are my favorite, I kind of just like put them together because of how closely linked they are. Those two are some of my favorite games of all time. I'm hoping to incorporate more of my favorite games into streams. Because, so, you know, obviously I still have Steelsoul to do in Silksong. I've fully beaten Hollow Knight, though. I've done all the DLC stuff. I've done everything. Elden Ring, I have not beaten the DLC for. Damn, but I probably should decrease the noise. I'm looking at this thing and it's, okay. I do want to get DLC. I want to stream me playing Elden Ring, and then I can try the DLC for the first time, because I got the DLC and then never ended up playing it. Cyberpunk, I'm currently I am streaming Cyberpunk. They're very inconsistent streams, and no one really watches them, but, you know, I think I should just stop caring about that. What else? Terraria. Oh my god, peak game, I gotta say. Oh, peak game. I haven't seen all that there was to offer in 1.4.5 yet, so I want to do a whole, you know, playthrough of that and try to 100% everything. Like, we're talking bestiary, research thing, build a couple of cool things, why not? Because, Terraria is one of the few games I can actually build in. I can't do it in Minecraft, in case you didn't watch my previous Minecraft stream, in which I tried to push off the building. Oh no, I forgot that other one's down here. Yeah, so... Yeah, and then I like Genshin a lot. That's a game I don't think I'd stream, honestly. Like, it's not... When, because I've so just ingrained it into, like, my already everyday life with doing, like, my dailies. Maybe, because I've been loving League, maybe I can stream League with some friends, I'm thinking. Man, what else could I do? Ananta, when that comes out. I know I'm gonna love the game, because it's, like, GTA style, but it incorporates so much more than that. It has Watchdog sort of mechanics, it has the Spider-Man mechanics, it has just each character, and here's my favorite part. It's not a gacha in, like, from what I heard in the traditional sense. You don't try to get characters. It seems like you try to get, like, outfits, you know, like, extra content that you don't necessarily need. Stuff like they have in Mila Astra, if you've played Genshin, where you just get skins. And I love that because that means I don't have to panic about, oh, I gotta get this character, otherwise FOMO. Instead, I could be like, oh, I don't like this outfit. I don't have to get the outfit. And I could just play the game, all the characters, in which they also plan to add more characters. Anyway, crest menu is now unlocked. Absolute cinema. But so it's just I hope Ananta's good. I hope it comes out soon too. Palworld. I also want to stream Palworld when 1.0 comes out. Absolute. I need to, because I really only ever played that game with friends, and I feel like it'd be very entertaining to stream it for chat. So you guys can watch and enjoy as well, as I know you want to do, and totally don't wish you could be watching anything else right now. Pop. Yeah. A lot of plans. I want to also stream Grime. I think I also mentioned that in my last stream. I want to stream Grime. It's a game I've played it before. I've beaten it. I haven't 100%ed it. There's a lot of achievements and stuff I want to do. And maybe I can play it for stream because there's also the second game. I also want to get Blasphemous. It's really cheap when it's on sale, and it seems like such a good game. Hey, there's a lot in store. I don't always have to stream, Hi, Bellbeast. I don't always have to stream Kingdom Hearts for y'all. I can stream other games. Oh, damn. I forgot it does double. There we go. I hate when the bells fall. It's so annoying. I just tried dashing and learning and remembering, not learning, remembering that you don't get that until later. You get that in, like, the next area, which we will be on our way to. Well, oh wait, yeah, I forgot that you have to grab this. Parkour section. Okay. I also hope that they eventually add like an insanely difficult parkour section, because I remember loving doing Path of Pain. Well, not my first attempt, that was horrible, but like once I got good at it, then it became fun. Always was fun to do. Okay. Bada bing. Let me move. Let me move. There we go. Now we get the first of 3 Silk Hearts. And we got this. But we don't need to use that yet, do we? That's a later thing. Bonk. Walk out. Walk in. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Look at that. And we also got the silk now. Do I want to? No, wait, there's a flea here. I need to get the flea. Because then that'll allow me to do the thing. Okay. Yeah, it's above here, but wait, is there someone on the right here? I know that there's this if you climb up and it gives you something. I forget what it is now. Whoa, what is going on up there? Okay, let's get our flea. And we will open that mouth much later on. We will need to in order to 100% this game, which is what makes me insanely nervous that I'm gonna have to 100% this game, which includes some boss fights I'm really not good at. Although, so I don't know if those boss fights, if the old hearts, like if their boss fights are like the dream bosses where you can die in them and you're fine because you don't die, your dream dies, or you die in the dream, which means you don't die in real life apparently. Yeah, so we'll learn. I hope that I don't die to Seth, because I know I struggle like hell at Seth. I need to learn to be more prepared for fights. Have a whole loadout and stuff. Right now it doesn't matter at all because there is no loadout. There's kind of just a use it and pray it works. It's usually not gonna until we get later on. Like this right here will get us. Yeah, maybe soon I'll stream League with a friend. I'm thinking that could be a really fun thing I could do. I just have to see if they're fine with it. Give me the craft medal. I also really like how they did the craft medal in this game. Because like I mean, A, there's tools in general, but B, in Hollow Knight, like, the only time you ever collected a medal was to improve your nail. But in this game, you use oil instead. Ooh. Don't let the Americans know. Yeah. Okay, give me the, like, 4. And then let me through. Yoink. 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 No, it's really sad that they had to decrease the size of Hunter's March and stuff, but I understand why they had to do it. They had to make it seem like there couldn't possibly be such a lively, you know, nation in such a gloomy place. Like, we're not, this isn't like, you know, the pinnacle of civilization. That was in the past when you had the old hearts in existence. That was when the Scars controlled almost the entire southeast portion of the map, and when the freaking, were they called the Karaks? I don't remember, but when Crust King Khan controlled all of the northwest part, and when Nihilith controlled almost the entire middle part, you know, when the Mantises controlled the entire eastern part, like back then. Everything was flourishing, and now we're in a new period where there was a peak, but then everything is dying. I like that. The sort of dichotomy of it. There's a difference. There was a old way of living, old way of civilization, then there was a new way of civilization, and then the new way died out, like how the old way died out. I just gotta say, it is very symbolic. Let's not get all theoretical with that one. Okay, time to free everyone's favorite character. The one that charges so much for everything. I'm not speaking to you. I just need this. Straight pin. Look, if it was up to me, I wouldn't free him. Because quite frankly, he annoys me. The amount he charges for stuff in Act 3 and Act 2 is, like, just atrocious. Like, I have to grind at the place I usually grind my stuff at, which is, if you don't know, first thing you go for when you're at his shop is the Thieves Mark thingy, and then using that, you get a lot of money by going across the 5, giant, like, basically mini-bosses at, at the top of, not Bellhop, where, oh god. You know, where you fight the Mantis guys, the 2 Mantises? The 3 on the right and the 2 on the left. They drop, like, 50 each, if I'm not wrong. This is not good. They drop, like, 50 each, so you can go through and end up with, like, if you go back and forth, you get, like, 250 for each left, and if you go back, you get 500. So you need to do that, like, only maybe 3 or 4 times, and you're basically set for life. Well, not set for life, but you know what I mean. You get a lot of rewards by doing that. You're in a really good position, is what I'm trying to say. You get 2,000 in the 4, so if you go back and forth 4 times. That's what I always did. That at least. There's probably better places to farm, but that's where I farmed at least. Let me tell you, it made the game so much easier to me. So much easier. Mostly because I also have the way they fight and move, like, memorized. So I know what to expect every time I fight them. That probably helps. Wait, I got the new straight pin. It's like a straight jacket. I also am thinking that I might buy... Well, obviously I need to buy some stuff. Like the magnetite. But oh my lord, that's loud. But I might buy the Yushunka. The lock thing, not the one. The key. Not because I want to go to the nest out west. You know the one I'm talking about. Not because I want to go to Wormways. That's it. But because in the second part of Deep Docks, the one that you usually wait until Act 2 to do, sometimes Act 3 even, I like a single item you can find there, which makes it so your nail attacks? Well, this is not nail, but you know what I mean. It makes so they are fire. So they do more damage, and they inflict, like, a burn effect. I really like it. It's what I usually use in my fights. It's what I used with Last Judge when I fought her for the first time. It's what I do use against, against Phantom. It's what I use against, First Sinner. First Sinner, peak boss fight, by the way, I gotta say. Favorite boss. Hello. Be terrified. Oi. Also, if you're wondering what the goal of this stream is, it's to... Oh, yeah, I need a lot. I can hear you up there. But it's to make it all the way up to Greymoor. Maybe even, nah, I was gonna say maybe even getting into, maybe even getting to Bellheart, but I think that's a bit too far. And then again, nah, I consider that the second layer. Take this. Because first layer is Moss Grotto. Well, it's not called Moss Grotto. Wait, no, it's called Moss Grotto on the map, right? I think it's called Moss Grotto on the map. Let me check this. It's called Bone Bottom on the map. Okay, whatever. You go Bone Bottom, the Marrow, Deep Docks, and Far Fields. I'm gonna try to do all those 4 areas. And then there's second level areas, which is stuff like it's Greymore, it's Bellheart, it's Shellwood. And then you got third layer A and B, which is kind of just like it's just the areas that get you into like the Citadel. The areas that encompass those are A is Blasted Steppes, obviously, and B is a little bit of Bile Water, but it's mostly Sinner's Road. And obviously, that one of those is much harder than the other for Bile Water reasons. Then you got Area 4, which is Underworks and... What's my brain not thinking? It's Underworks and... Man, I was watching a thing about Men in Black when I was going through this area last. Underworks and normal part of the Citadel until you get to until you defeat the Mantises. Once you defeat the 2 Mantis bosses, then you're into 5, which is the 3 sub-areas of the Citadel. And I would, honestly, part of that I would consider also Slab and, whatchamacallit, the Mountain. I would also consider those 2 areas part of that whole region. And then you're at, like, 6, which, that's, like, end of Act 2 stuff. That is the Cradle, it's maybe the Memoriam, maybe Wisp Thicket, although Wisp Thicket kind of just seems like an area where you do it whenever you want. As long as you've done Shellwood, you can do Wisp Thicket. Although I wouldn't recommend it until you've much later in, because man, can Wisp Thicket and Daddy Fire be really difficult. Oh god. Let me tell you, they're very difficult. Damn, you saw that? Then you're in Act 3, if you do all this stuff. Well, no, you get the pre-Act 3 stuff, so Part 7. And that includes stuff like Biowater, it includes Putrefied Ducts, it includes, what else is there? Oh wait, yeah, it includes, my brain is, like, forgetting everything. But the Coral area, that's included. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember all these areas. I think that's really it. I guess second part of Farfields, but that's just part of Farfields. And then you're at Act 3, because you do the quest. And once you're in Act 3, you're kind of at Section 8. And in Section 8, you're doing Abyss. No, I guess the Section 7, you can also include Lost Fredania and all that stuff. Section 8 is really just Abyss. Or wait, no, you need the Old Hearts for... Okay, I'm dumb, no. Biowater and Putrefied Ducts are Act 3, but, Sansa Karak, and, Sansa Karak and Lost Verdantia are Act 3, so that would be Part 4, Part 8, with Abyss. There we go. Take off the bell, buddy. Take off the bell. Reveal the dome. Oh wait, no reason. I didn't even know you could ring that bell. I just swung at it. That's awesome. Okay, okay, oh, I thought I had something new in there. Let's go use this craft metal to buy something. Oh my god. Look, I play this game with, like, on my, just off the computer speakers. She speaks so... It feels like Forge Daughter is speaking in my head. Okay, that's a good thing to buy, but Sting Shard. You know, I know I'm not gonna use either of those two, so I'm just gonna buy the crafting kit. I also probably should not have spent that, because God knows I need more so I can get access to the fire thing. Okay, whatever. Was it down here? Man, I'm trying to remember where you need to go. I forget. That was all to unlock Forge Daughter, wasn't it? And second part of, damn. I am remembering this whole area poorly. That's like, I always do that area because I think, like, oh, it's so important, but I guess it's not so much because Forge Daughter, like, hey, she's got good things, especially later on when you get more, of the shards, the fragments, but, like, man, at the beginning, I don't use those things. I don't use those two. I guess that, you know, the other one, the crafting kit is very useful, but you know what I mean. I don't use the other stuff, so... Maybe I should cut out the middleman here. Lift this up. I forget, is there literally anything in this room? I think this legit is just the room that had nothing in it. I remember there was a room somewhere in the lower section, the lower 4, that had nothing in it. You know, one of these days, I gotta find out about that Silksong randomizer, because if I'm not wrong, there's a Silksong randomizer out. It's not the best. I hope that there's eventually something like Scarab, like there was for Hollow Knight, because that was such a easy and... Dang, I did not mean to press X. That was such an easy and convenient way to get mods. Like, you know, you just had Scarab open, and you just installed mods. There's nothing else to really say about it. And it was just so nice because you didn't have to go to Nexus or Thunderstore or anything. And now, like, you do with this. Maybe one day we'll get Scarab 2.0. We'll call it Silk Scarab or something. Maybe one of these days. And then I can get all the 50,000 randomizer mods because God knows the Hollow Knight community loves themselves some randomizer mods. Add some more difficulty back into the game. It's what I liked about the Hollow Knight ones, because I remember I got to a point where Hollow Knight became easy and I could just speedrun the game. And because of mods, it actually became a much harder game and I actually really liked it. Because, you know, I got to a point where I could just straight up no-hit the first, like, 3 sections of the game. That's how good I am, chat. Believe it. Believe me. I would never lie to you. Yeah, so, you know, once I get too good for this game, once they release, like, the 50 DLCs they got planned, who knows? I personally think they're gonna do the roundabout 4, like they did with Hollow Knight. So nice 4. But you know, maybe they maybe after all that, once all the DLCs are out, I've done all the DLCs, I've like gotten way too good at the game. Maybe then I get a bunch of randomizer mods and I absolutely crush it. Because I already relatively have most of the pickups memorized for like the first 3 areas. Not so much far fields because there's so much stuff in it. And also because I mostly spent my time in the first 3 for obvious reasons. Then again, I guess I don't remember the Act 2, Act 3 pickups for those areas. Actually, maybe Deep Docks. Deep Docks is very simple in where everything is, so maybe I would remember. Because when I, you know, playing randomized Hollow Knight, I had the first, like, what, 3 areas, all the pickups memorized. It was very nice, I gotta say. Also, no, I will not be doing Hunter's March. For now, at least. Maybe later on, once I get a nail upgrade, which means saving Bellheart, that's when I'll do it. I save Bellheart, I get nail upgrade, I go back through into, I will not do Chapel of the Beast, though. Look, I'm relatively good now, since beating the game multiple times. Relatively good at, Great Bell. I'm relatively good at the boss. But there is much room for improvement that makes me not confident in the, oh my god. Not confident in the fight or confident in my parkour. Jesus Christ. Not confident enough in the fight to think I could do it without maybe almost all the stuff. You know? So I'll leave that to a bit later on. There we go. Hot chocolate. Absolutely delish. Finished it. Speaking of DLCs, I am so excited. So excited for the DLC. I don't. What else can I say? It already looks so peak, and we only know about 1 area. Well, we know 2, I guess. 2. It was being Farloom Bay and the blue tower, the lantern. I don't know. I like calling it the blue tower. Being those 2 areas, but obviously we can predict that there's probably more areas. We know that there's a potential barnacle area, which would be really cool. I forgot I have dash now. Really cool for a barnacle area and would really fit in. I feel like they have the ability with Farloom Bay, with Sea of Sorrow, to incorporate more of the get over here. Okay. They have the ability to incorporate more do I have them? Definitely not. More of the underwater areas that they cut. So maybe they have like a mini like corally forest, not exactly coral forest, but like a mini coral-like forest. Maybe they include a sort of the barnacle area or some deep sea section or whatever. Just some cool stuff like that. mini areas. That's what I want. I want, like, you have Farloom Bay. It's a proper area, right? It's a proper area. And then you have, like, maybe 4 or 5 mini areas. We're talking, like, Wisp Thicket, if not even smaller. Like, maybe half the size of Wisp Thicket. So there's small areas. Maybe, like, each of them has a boss. Each of them has, like, a tool. Maybe one of them has, a whole, like... Oh god, what's the set called when it's, like, the whole weapon set? I forget. One of those. A pirate. Who knows? That'd be funny. Um... And then just, it's a bunch of fun. And then the final area, obviously, would be the tower, because the DLC is really the trailer was really suggesting that that was going to be the final thing of focus. I mean, it really seems like a great thing to focus on. I forgot I do not have freaking, double jump or glide. When you're so used to Lost Lace, this fight is really easy. Well, Lost Lace and Axe 2 Lace, but this fight gets really easy. Let's go. Take that. Progression. Okay, we're now at Far Fields. You know, with how fast we're going, I might be able to do pre-Belhart, just everything before Belhart. You know, organizationally, why would I even make it layers when just pre-events are much better? Pre-Belhart, pre-Act 2. Then you got just Act 2, pre-Act 3. Because, you know, because Act 2 and pre-Act 3 are much different things. Then you got Act 3. And yeah. That seems perfectly normal organizational. Sorry, I am back. Organization-wise, this seems much better, that's for sure. Sorry, people keep coming in my room to give me things. I got a smoothie, guys. I know that we just had a hot drink, but come on. We now have the peakness of this very sour strawberry lemonade mango smoothie. You know, let's not die to those things. That would not be preferred at all. Okay, where is she? In here. Hello, give me the map, please. It's so sour. You could taste the sour. Taste the sour. Oh yeah, I need to go to the upper area if I want to get the thing. Well, we don't need to get the thing for now. We can wait until... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn second. We don't need... We got the warning bell. That's nice. We don't need... Oh. The whatchamacallit, because we can just enter through here. I always forget that this place exists. I just have to get into... I don't know what section gives it to you. It's definitely not this section. Oh god. This is volatile. I don't like the bomber. I'm gonna be honest here. My buddy, there's a lot of things you can do other than terrorism. Like, anything that's not bombing. Oh god. You blew up your friend! So chat, we wanna beat Deep Docks. I think that's gonna be the limit to this stream. God damn it. I also understand why there isn't a thing that allows you to go back to the last major checkpoint you made, but like, could we have that? Please? Pretty please with chocolate sprinkles on top. Just, it'd be so nice. At least make it so I don't have to do the whole intro again. Put me at the bench right after I do this whole tutorial area. Like, put me at Bone Bottom. I do not understand how I did Steelsoul Hollow Knight. Frickin' third try. We're not getting the guy on the right this time, by the way. I'm not going through this thing again. I'm one-handing it. People will tell you that this is not a good idea, but let me tell you what's a good idea. Drinking my smoothie is a good idea. See, I'm so good. Yeah, I'm back to okay. One-handed again. I'm so good, people can't even tell I'm playing with one hand. Wait, pause. Maybe let's not call it that. I'm playing while drinking a smoothie with one hand. That's what we'll call it. Yeah. I should totally be able to do a skip with one hand. Watch this, watch this. Hey, come on. Yeah, I totally did that with one hand, by the way. I just am that good at the game. I am totally this good at the game with one hand. Believe me, I'm doing all of this with one hand. If you don't believe me, then like... I don't know, stop being so negative. Stop being such a negative Nancy. We don't need this negativity in my stream. If you want to be so negative, then how about you just disappear? Stop existing, buddy. No one likes you, Buckawoo. You can leave the stream. Hey, come on. Gotta piss you off again. I mean, I'm telling you, that, like, they had to have known the placement of that just screamed skip, right? When they were making it. It's like how they, the skip in, Crossroads, not to, but the skip to get to the Gome area with, the mask. Like, they had to have known that we would have found out you can skip all of that by taking the Vengefly to the right that is normally unable to get over that area because of Gomes, but if you work it just perfectly, you can get it to go through the Gomes at the perfect time, so you can pogo off of the Vengefly into that area. Like, come on. Like, they had to have known that, right? Like, I feel like me as a game designer, I would have known that crap. Me as a game designer, I would know all my skips in my game. And I remember when I was younger, and I thought that if you made a game, you had to be the best at it. So, like, you know, the creator of freaking Elden Ring would have to be the best Elden Ring player, and Notch would have to be the best... Damn, I sped around that. Like, Notch had to be the best Minecrafter of all time. And I don't know who... Team Cherry would have had to been the best Hollow Knight player. I didn't think of those games. I thought of, like, Terraria, really, mostly. When I was that young, all I played really was Terraria and Hungry Shark. That's a good call out there. Anyone play Hungry Shark when they were younger? Angry Birds, anyone? Angry Birds? Back when it was good, by the way. Not now, that's kind of been a bit ruined. Stop hitting me, woman, or I will hit you. This is assault. I will be suing you. I will serve you papers. We get our objective! As absolutely peak. I know what you are. You can't fool me, snail. Anyways. You know, a little detail I really like when you reach Act 3 is that, like, all those little flies flying by, it turns to, like, only a couple. Not like several dozen. It turns into a stream of maybe 3 or 4. And I like that little detail, because it really just shows how the Cataclysm at the end of Act 2 really screwed things over when you go into Act 3. Hey Pilby, I'm not talking to you this time. And I already know your shop is expensive. This is like ignoring, what's his fit? It's like ignoring no, not Elder Who. Why am I not remembering this? It's like ignoring, Elderbug, that's it. I know how to Elder something. It's like ignoring Elderbug at the beginning of the game. Maybe that's what it's like ignoring Sherma. Isn't Sherma supposed to be some old guy? I don't know, because I don't look at these bugs and think gender. I look at these bugs and think that's a goddamn bug. Some of them have more masculine voices and some of them have more feminine voices. But at the end of the day, I don't think the knight has a penis. And I don't think that Hornet has boobs, because they're bugs. I can tell you what they have, though. They have a carapace. They have a really good carapace. It's simple biology, my friends. I'm sorry to all those Rule 34 artists that I'm ruining the dreams of. I want you to know that I'm glad I'm putting you out of a job. I'm so good at this game. Come on, chat. Call me a speedrunner. You just know I am. I just am a speedrunner. Get over here. Oh my god, stop bonging things. There we go, okay. Get those. Right next to it. It's like they wanted to be spent. Here you go, guys. I mean, they asked for it. They clearly wanted to be spent. Do you think money likes being spent? This is like a sausage party question. Not like the euphemism, but like the movie, which I guess is also a euphemism. But, like, do you think money likes being spent? Because, you know, in Sausage Party, the food did not like being eaten. But when money like being spent, like, oh yeah, I'm being given to another person. Like, oh thank God, I've always wanted to be in the hands of a tax collection agency. Does most money go to the bank and that's like the money cemetery? Or is like the money cemetery like some rusty old guy's pants that get put in the wash 15 times and it just ceases to exist? Who knows? See, I ask the questions we need the answers to. That are the questions that really show that humanity was a mistake and God should have put us down a long time ago. It's all symbolic, chat. You know, that's what we need. We need an anime about living money, living the life of money. Like, come on, we have an anime where the main character is a goddamn vending machine. We have an anime where the dog is the reincarnation of the woman's freaking biggest crush. Like, we've clearly got some weird enough stuff that's entertainment. Even if you didn't want it to be an anime, we've got a lot of weird American cartoons. Watching a single episode of Rick and Morty will show you that. Like, I'm just saying, like, maybe that's the answer. Ushka o Yushanka. Do you think these are just random noises that they came up with, or do you think they might be inspired by a language? Because it'd be very funny if this was Russian. Average Russian playing Silksong. Holy crap! That's my language! I speak language that they communicate in. For instance, that word means fuck! Go. Boop. And boop. Ushka o. Ushka o. Ay, 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 ay. Oh yeah, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I just realized that they sound a lot like Usopp. Japanese Usopp specifically. Like, damn, it's frightening how similar they sound. It's gotta be. I think Usopp was added to Silksong, guys. One Piece fans rejoice. Usopp is in Silksong. Clearly that makes the most sense. It's not that they just happen to sound the same. No, Usopp is a bug. I need to really progress in it. I am in One Piece. I'm still at Annie's lobby. I'm near the end of it, I think. But I'm at Annie's lobby right now, and it is peak, I gotta tell you. I remember when I was younger and dumber, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and I thought, oh, this is stupid. It's so long. Why would anyone ever want to watch it? And now I'm older and wiser, and I'm like, holy shit, this is peak. This is peak entertainment. It's not long enough. And clearly I'm right, because oh my god, it's so good. It's not long enough. I do understand the whole, like, the pacing is bad. I will admit, a lot of the times, I'm just, like, being like, man, I want to get to the next part and the next part. I want to see the next thing. And then you got, like, those in-between episodes where it's like they do some other adventure, which I honestly don't hate those. I liked the episodes where it just takes place in a realistic Japan. That was very entertaining. Like, just how Luffy would function in a realistic Japan with his powers still, obviously. It's a very, very entertaining series. Especially when frickin', surprise of all surprises, Split Face made an appearance. He's probably crying to himself with me saying that, but I did not expect he would appear. And then steal a giant Sakura tree. That is the shocker of shockers. Yes, Kai. Yes, Kai. Guys, I am fluent in Poshanka. And also, that too. I'm fluent in drinking Garana. I'm pretty sure she says Garama. But it's way too funny to think that she is saying Garana as in the goddamn beverage. I don't think I've ever seen a can or bottle of Garana in my life, though. It's just a Silksong meme to me. But goddamn, is it an amazing Silksong meme. It's nice to kind of just sit and be like mindless in a game. Because I've been playing so many games, it requires just so much thinking, wondering what's next. A lot of talking about the game, which, you know, stuff like Date Everything, that's Kingdom Hearts. But this game, I already know everything. I'm assuming anyone watching, which is no one still. Assuming that nobody watching already knows a lot about the game. So I kind of just get to relax, just progress, not be like, oh guys, did you see that? Maybe I say that if I die a horrible death, but like, you know, the focus isn't really on the game. I just get to chat, talk with nobody, talk with myself. You guys love how I talk to myself like a lunatic. Leave a comment and tell me I need to admit myself in a psych ward. The engagement and the comments being so encouraging will definitely make me want to stream more. The smoothie is almost done. It's at a very, very sour part though. Like there was a part where it was like getting really sweet all of a sudden. I like that. And now it's sour again. I don't know. Grabby, grabby, yoink. There's probably some sort of speedrun route that I just don't know. I mean, there probably is. There is a speedrun route that I just don't know. Because I do know that going through Wormways is a way faster way of getting to Shellwood. It's just insanely expensive. And you haven't even... By the time that you... Like... You get all the money you need by the time you're kind of already there, really. Well, not Wormways, but Shellwood, because the goal of going through Wormways is to get to Bellheart and Shellwood. So I don't know. I just feel like it isn't that, like, you still have to, maybe, then again, maybe the gathering of money is much faster than just going through the 5 areas that it takes to go the other way. Maybe in that time, as you're gathering money, you get dash. Because clearly, the most money that could be made would be over in Deep Docks, I feel like. So honestly, all you would really need to do, defeat Beast, and anyway, I would want to do that in a speedrun. Defeat Beast, not spending any money, by the way. Getting over to Deep Docks, spending as little money as you can on benches. Honestly, you don't even have to spend any money with some places. And yeah. You know, imagine do a playthrough of Silksong, not spending any money. That would be difficult, but also very entertaining. I'd like to see that. Not on Steelsoul, obviously. It's an idea for a future stream, though. I don't know, like, clearly, so you can't get Alchemist set. Like, you can't get the Alchemist, which I don't mind. I honestly love just using Wanderers. No, not Wanderers, this one. I forget what it's called. The one you start the game off with. Because it gets stronger, and you do more damage as you just deal damage, as long as you don't take damage. And I like how that works. I like things where you can either parry, or you get benefits for attacking quickly and not getting hit. And this set definitely gives that. Yes, it's one of the fastest attacking, while also giving you a benefit when you're not doing damage. I mean, when you're not taking damage. Which clearly, I don't know what that's like. I got this, come on. Believe in me, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Let's not die at Beast again. Please. Let's not die at Beast again. That'd be preferable. I don't want to embarrass myself. Then again, me playing this game is already an embarrassment. Nope, instead of getting my heal, I just win. I win and I don't stop winning, chat. You hear that? That's the sound of victory. Give me this, it should heal me. This is like a smoothie. I'm sorry, I'm a smoothie. I like when you get the jelly in your boba. I recently got mango jelly in like a mango boba. Really good, honestly. It was a weird texture thing, though, for me. Because you'd go from like eating, you know, the popping the bobas in your mouth to all of a sudden getting this little chewy bit from the jelly. It was really weird. Don't get me wrong, it tasted delicious. It was so good. Texture was weird though. Texture was weird and off. Man, that's blinding. Sokar, peak. Peak. So, let's can't move me. Let's go, do the next little bit. I said I was only going to, you know what, I'll give you some pets. Pet, 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 pet. See, he likes it. Or spell beast is she? I don't know. It makes monster noises. I don't want people getting upset at me for misgendering the bug. The only times you get a pass for being upset at me is if I'm saying about a queen ant. In which case it can only really be a queen. Dang it, well I missed. I blame it on that guy. The noises is so weird too, but it also gives such bone noises, you know? It sounds like bones. Sounds like bones. I don't know why. I once did a randomizer, sure for fun, of with the grass mod. The mod that certain grasses. Look, it just added a randomizer that included the grasses in the item pool. It was very frustrating, let me tell you, but it was very fun to do on my... It was very fun to do on my own, let me tell you. I was really not doing good. But I guess my brain's still consciously just like, I have to break all the grass. Also, because it is very entertaining. I did this flawlessly the first time. What has changed? Also, I'm gonna be honest. I think it took me until like freaking it took me until I think Clockwork Heart or whatever it's called to realize you could heal midair. I thought it was you could only heal on the ground, like it was in Hollow Knight. And then I accidentally do it in the air, and I'm like, oh my god, you could heal in the air. Let me tell you, that changed everything. Before, I was like, oh god, how am I gonna dodge this attack while healing? And then I was like, I could just jump as high as I can into the air, and that's just dodging while I'm healing. It's perfect. And then once you get the thing from White Ward that allows you to heal as fast as fuck, like, then you're just really settled. I forgot isn't there a little bit up here? Let me... Nope, there was none, but there's you, so that's a little bit technically. That's 5. Chat, there's 5. Count up 5 rosaries on that individual. Look, I'm not a criminal. That man tried to murder me, and there's no law enforcement around to say, hey, you can't loot that man's corpse. You know, that would be the craziest thing to tell an officer. Like, hey, he was breaking into my house. He tried to kill me, so I killed him first. Self-defense, you know? And then I had to loot his body. Because, you know, what if he had some good guns on him? Legendaries, you know? Mythics. You never know. He could have had a golden scar on him, officer. And taking that will severely benefit me in winning the Battle Royale. Okay, maybe if you told that to an officer, they would have you sent to you wouldn't be, you know, driven to the, you know, you wouldn't be driven to the police station. They'd probably just drive you straight to the psych ward. They're not gonna let you have your day in court. They're just gonna see you already mad. Like, who actually thinks that real life is Fortnite? Other than 5-year-olds that are way too dumb and impressionable. Okay. Oh no! Okay, this is the one that wraps around, gives you a little bit of money. Can't complain, can't complain. This isn't the part that gives you money, though. But I did get 4. You could not complain about 4. 4 rosaries? Guys, that's like 2 cents. That's like 2 cents in real life. Can MatPat... Oh no, MatPat's still gone. Can whoever replaced MatPat... Can he make a theory on how much a rosary costs? I like that. This is very necessary information, mind you. Very necessary information. Because I want to know exactly how much alcohol costs in this world if I wanted to buy it for myself. Although I guess the whole thing is then you have to ask the question of, well, how big is everything in this world? Because if everything in this world is proportional to real life, so like the beverage of alcohol, then maybe every rosary is like $1.50 or maybe $2 at most. Or maybe I have a very unrealistic idea of how much alcohol costs. I don't drink, so I wouldn't know. Is this like what, 5 to 10 rosaries? It's a bar, so I guess maybe one, maybe 75, maybe 1 to more 75 cents. Yeah, and then I can know exactly how much everything else costs in this game. How much money am I making when I do this area with the straight pin, you know? The little mini game you do later with the straight pin. And also not telling me how much I've lost. Get back, Grindel. How much did I lose to Grindel when I decided to become a thief? Hmm? That's just referencing Thieves' Mark. How much am I gambling when I am using the dice? Like when you're getting the dice, not using it. How much does this enemy drop? It's 15 rosaries. Is that $3 or is that 5? These are the real questions we need the answers to, chat. The real questions we need the answer to. Just think about it. What would you rather know? The answers of the cosmos and maybe understand the lore of this game? Or would you want to know how much things cost? So I'm telling you, knowledge of economy is really important. Because, look, maybe you can just out-invest the Abyss. Which reminds me, I saw a theory recently about the Abyss, and I really liked it. And the theory was that all the higher beings bestow consciousness onto the bugs, right? Like, that's the main thing they do. Like, higher beings have and can bestow consciousness. That's what the Radiants did. That's what the Pale King did. That's what the freaking big lady, I forget her name for this game, did. GMS, that's what she did. That's what the Nightmare Heart does. Probably did it. Just, you know, all the little things. And there's probably other things for the old hearts and how they're conscious, how they gain consciousness, but it's probably some other entity or whatever. But that all the void is, all the abyss is it's like the life fluids of all the bugs. So when a bug dies, their life fluids come out of them. Obviously, it seeps out like blood, if you will. And it absorbs itself into the ground, and it becomes void. Now, if it's just a bug with no consciousness, you know, no thoughts, no provocations, no nothing, then it's just blood. But if they have consciousness in them, then it has agony in it. It has pain in it. And so what the void does is it doesn't want to grow, not like the Radiance did, not like GMS did, not like anything else. But what it wants to do is it just wants to silence the misery and voices. So it sort of strikes out, trying to end it in whatever way it could. And that the really only reason that it did all the damage it did in Act 3 of this game is because it possessed GMS. And GMS was trying to sort of pull herself out because, you know, to save Lace. And that if there was no consciousness of anything, then the void would do nothing. Because we know the void entity exists. We know the void entity exists. The thing that is shown at the end of the God Home ending. We know that thing does exist. It's shown in Chapter 3 ending. And you can also see the Knight in his void form, the true void form. You'd think that because we know that there's a big divide in time between Hollow Knight and Silksong. You would think that something else would have happened. Like the void would have wanted something else. But no. The void doesn't push or strive for anything else. It sort of just stays in its lack of consciousness self. Dang it. It just exists. Oh hey, can you kill this? Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah. Honestly, I like that theory. Then there was some weird stuff about like souls versus dreams. I found that to be a bit weird. But like overall, theory was very interesting. And I found myself very captivated by it. And the ideas that it ported. Wake up, you're being attacked, you're dying. Bro never even got to see the face of his killer. What a shame, what a shame. Only if I wasn't such a bad person. Okay. I just need to get sprint. Oh dang it, okay, I just need to get sprint, beat Lace, that gets me to far fields, and that'll be the end of stream. And then, hopefully, if I end up streaming Silksong again, trying to beat it, then, you know, I can, you know, get a bit further than freaking far fields, because I am an idiot and get myself killed by basic enemies. At least that's not as bad as how I died at Bellheart. To a basic enemy that doesn't even move to attack you. That has to be the most embarrassing thing. It doesn't even like try to kill you. It's just something that you can absolutely avoid. Oh dang it. Like if I died because I stood on the freaking magma too much. Like that would be embarrassing as hell. That's open. Let me go get the 5 things over here. Ooh, no, it's 8. Ooh. Ooh, look at me, Richie Rich here. Also, I don't know if it's just me, or if this is an other people thing too. But I much prefer, in both Hollow Knight and Silksong, just using the nail. It just feels so much better to like get a bunch of augments for the nail and moves for the nail that just make it better. Like the parry, doing extra damage, the flintstone thing that makes you do fire damage, the poison, well not really the poison thing I guess, the volt thingy, the lightning thing that makes you do more damage with your parry, freaking lightning parry, you know. I really like those. I can't say I really like using tools. And I also found that when I was playing Hollow Knight, the bosses I did really well. What I would do is I would only use my nail. It's like Pure Vessel, NKG, all nail play. NKG, I think I would use nail arts, but Pure Vessel, it was just nail. I wouldn't really use, because it really puts you in a position where you're in an animation, you don't have a lot of iframes. I don't think there's any iframes, actually. And you could totally die. So you're in a very vulnerable position. So I would rather just, you know, hit with my nail and not get myself killed, you know? That's a much preferable outcome. Okay. We almost have sprint. It is just over here. Stop whispering and mumbling. Speak. All weavers are created by GMS, right? With the exception of Hornet. So would that mean that GMS is shocked when Hornet appears? Or because, like, the little expeditionary force was sent to grab her, does that mean that, you know, she was expecting Hornet, or knew that Hornet existed in somehow? I don't even know how she would know. Freaking spies? Hera's a spy, maybe? Hera got really pissed that she died or something? Then again, she made a deal with the king in order to make Hornet, so... And Hornet's even should be technically stronger than any other Weaver, because she's not Weaver, just Weaver. She also is, she's also a pale being. That's like two insanely strong races? It feels wrong to say, but I think they would qualify as races. Also, wait, I just realized she controls the little glowing moths. Does that mean that she's been leading us here this entire time? Because you can notice the glowing moths all over, kind of leading you to places. Does that mean she's been leading us here? Is that what that meant? Man, that might have been what that meant. I forget that I have dash now. Whenever I start a new playthrough, I am not used to not having dash, and by the time I get dash in the like 30-40 minutes it takes, I am not used to using dash. It's really weird. Like it makes more sense with the double jump at least. But the dash is the weird one. And man, that was fast as hell. Maybe I should go a little bit further, you know? At least beat far fields. This time not being an idiot. Last time I died because I went into a particular area that I should not have been in. So this time, I will not go in said area like a goddamn idiot. I'll leave that area until later when I have, the spear ability, and I can just like actually use it and do the full area and do the boss. Which I gotta say, that boss is actually very fun, but I found that I always forgot about the boss. Like, if I don't do it immediately after getting the thingy, I will forget that it exists. I guess that also goes with when I first 100% the game on my own. I just straight up, what's it called? What's the word? I'm not good with English. I just straight up forgot. Not that they existed. I also like how much easier those birds are to kill than any of the birds in Hollow Knight. It makes things so much simpler. Also, this is probably not a controversial opinion. It's so annoying that each time I have to go to an area, like I go to a freaking station, I have to pay not just for the transportation to get it, but I also have to pay for the bench. I guess that's why they had to decrease the price of the bench and the thing, because it was so expensive that people, when they first got there, couldn't even get the freaking bench or things, so they had to change it, otherwise people were kind of screwed. Yeah, so I won't, or maybe I could. There is a waypoint immediately in there, so yeah. I'll beat this area. Damn, that was some spot on landing. I'll beat Farfields. I won't do anything really stupid. I wish there was a way to copy my save onto other things. Like if I can make a second of this save, that'd be so useful. For like, I have a save where I beat the game in Steelsoul, and I have another save where I 100%ed the game in Steelsoul. Because the difference is, one of them requires going to Act 3, and one of them doesn't. It just requires Act 2. Also, there is a whole part of whatchamacallit, you know the area I'm talking about. The one where, let me get these. Dang it. Of the steps. Something with the W steps. But there's an entire part of that that you can't access because it says you haven't finished your mission. I'm curious if that is just temporary flavor text to make it so you, like, physically cannot go in that location, or if there ever will be some way to go there. I personally would like if there was some way to eventually go over, because it just feels like some kind of big thing, big divide that's just there on the entire left side of the map where it feels so open, and it feels like there should be something there, but there isn't something there. I don't know if that's just a me thing or not. It probably is just a me thing. I just like having complete maps, okay? I'm a little of a map geek. It's why Palworld's map slightly annoys me. Because I want to have the whole map unlocked, but in order to do that, I need to, like, walk around everywhere. And I end up doing, like, none of the game, because I'm, like, trying to complete the map of each island. Because I like to do it all in sections. I have a complete map of each section. Like, no, I can't focus on making my base. I have to go do this section of the map. Get it all figured out. And then the map looks pretty, or something, I don't know. I just realized I never got the magnetite thing. Ow. I do not know if I have enough. No, I don't have enough, clearly, because it's yellow, but I don't know if this guy will give me the last bits. Oh god. Oh my god, I need to stop diving over things. Okay, I got all of them. I got all of them. I can try to not die now. Oh, that was risky. That was risky right there. You know what they call me? I'm Risky McGee. Okay. Time to go and get the cloak, fight fourth chorus. Which I have to say, amazing fight. Is such a great fight. I like games where you fight enemies that are leagues above your size. There's just something about it where it just feels so, you know, monumental when you do take them down. You actually feel like you're doing something, like you actually killed something, you defeated something. You're not... Then again, also some of the most intimidating enemies are the ones that are the same size as you. I think that's the difference, because enemies that are the same size as you are really intimidating to fight, really difficult, and you feel rewarded afterwards. But the massive enemies are usually easier a bit, but they're incredibly satisfying to defeat. We got Cloak, let's go. It feels so freaking fun to do the fourth chorus. Such an easy fight, but like, oh my god. I could do it a billion times over. Yup, and we go. Let me leave. Let me leave. Jesus Christ, it's when you're trying to leave, but like, someone keeps trying to talk your ear off. Like, no, Cassandra, I don't care that your parents died yesterday. Can you shut up now? Like, geez, Cassandra, whose side are you on? My side or no one else's side? Because I don't care. Maybe Cassandra shouldn't be my friend. I think that's the moral of the story. If you're named Cassandra, then being my friend might mean I don't like you. That's fine. We can still not be friends. We could be not friends together. I'm trying to remember if what's in here is a mask or if it's what it is. I think it's a mask. Yeah, it's a mask shard. My first mask shard all the way into Farfields. Damn. I was definitely not speedrunning this well when I first played the game. This save probably has goddamn not even an hour into it, and I'm just already this far. This, chat, this is peak speedrunning. You don't realize it yet. This right here is peak. This is just cinema. My gameplay is cinema. Come on, fourth chorus. Let's freaking go. Oh, it's such a cool fight. When I saw this in the trailer for the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I visibly went like, oh my god. I started freaking fangirling after this, because this just seems like such a freaking awesome fight. Like, isn't it so cool? The music, too. The music for fourth, and it's such a simple boss, but it's so fun. The fun bosses are the massive ones. Unless you're talking about Fluke Nest, in which case that is the worst boss that has ever existed. I forgot I could dash. Chat, I forgot I could dash. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be up there. I was assigned to not be up there. I was assigned not to be up there. Just go to your next phase. Where it's just basically me killing you at that point. He keeps destroying the central tiles and I just can't attack him. Bro, you don't need to break the central tiles. There we go. Here we go. And I win. I always win. Ah, yes. You know what's also a cool thing that relates to fourth chorus slightly? When you eventually see a replica fourth chorus later in the game right near Architect. She's ninth Architect, that's her name, right? Like, that's just such a cool moment to see just another one of those hulking beasts. Just right there. I love how all that just goes lost. Okay, I'm not doing this area. I am simply just getting the bell that's here because that's gonna be really useful, honestly. This is gonna be useful, and then I'm not going in there. I don't want to. I don't have a death wish again. Maybe go in there when I have upgraded everything. Okay, let me rest here at this little bencharoony. I got warding bell. I'm gonna put warding bell on instead of Druid's Eye. Druid's Eye is nice, but it isn't necessarily the best thing to have. I'd rather have the warding bell for now, considering how that could literally save my life. Can't tell you how many times I just try to heal, and I get screwed over. It's very annoying. Oh god. Ooh. Well, I lost one permanently. That's not coming back. Okay. Gonna have to spend a little bit of money it takes to get in there. Hi, Sherma. You know, it was, I think, my second... Yeah, I think it was my second playthrough that I realized... Oh, I did not mean that. That I realized that that guy gets corrupted, and that's why there's all of a sudden an enemy there. I always wondered, why is there just an enemy here? Apparently, that's that guy that died. Like, bro. That's so sad. I mean, not really. I don't know them, so like, I guess it doesn't really concern me. But you know, it's still kind of sad. Maybe. That's definitely not enough for the rest of that. Dang. Well, I could still get another one of these, and guess who doesn't need to get rid of Druid's Eye? Haha. Take that one. Don't question the rumblies, that's just my buddy Jared. Dude gets a little hungry. Sometimes the animatronics do get a little bit quirky at night. Oh yeah, no, wait, that needed something to fall on it. I thought that was one of the ones where you just gotta kinda have to blow it up. Oh yeah, it was this that you have to hit. It's perfect how these airstreams on these floating rocks just end just so perfectly where I'm able to go in between them. Isn't that crazy? And up and up and up until here I am. Okay, Greymore. You know what? I'll do a little bit of Greymore. I'll do everything before Bellheart. Which, it's basically just this quick little bit. And then I'm gonna have to get Greymore, thingy. There's a good amount of stuff I can do, actually, now that I think about it. I was thinking it was gonna be short. No, it's not gonna be too short. I'll get Reapers. That will be nice. I don't really use Reapers, but can't complain. Reapers is an extra way of killing things. I really should have grabbed freaking the thing beforehand, shouldn't I? Okay. The craw here. This can't be too painful, right? We're gonna ignore that. When I did this whole thing for the first time, I got absolutely destroyed by the craw. Mostly this guy right here. Mostly Big Jumbo here. Because I didn't know how to dodge his attacks. And then we're not gonna talk about the harder version of this craw trial when you actually get put on trial for the craw judge. Which I gotta say, that's a very cool encounter. Do not be sneezing in this fight. This fight can turn really badly, really quickly. Like that, see, I got hit once. If I get hit 4 more times, then I'm dead. No, I'm just gonna, like, heal here so that... Oh my god. Permanently, I'll just have one gone now. Okay, killing this guy first. Oh no, it's like this now. I don't even know how to dodge him when he's on the ground. I kind of just go above him and pray that he doesn't turn around. There's a point at which I was really good at parrying the enemies. Now I can't really parry them. That's a shame. Okay, at least I've gotten better enough to be able to do this. Freaking rat. I gotta say, I do feel like also Team Cherry was a lot more creative with assigning sort of like animal roles. Because you have your quote-unquote rat enemy, you have your quote-unquote rat enemy, your quote-unquote craw, like your crow enemy, your bird enemy, if you will. Like, I feel like they assigned the roles really well. And it feels like you're, like, Greymore feels like you're... Man, I just had the thought I need to freaking buy Berserk at this point. I've been wanting to buy Berserk to read it. I've been told it is such a good manga. I want to get it really badly. Because it's also sort of, like, themed after some of my favorite, like, world genres, if you will. Which is, like, a dark fantasy. And who doesn't love themselves a good dark fantasy? That's like Elden Ring right there. Elden Ring's a... I think Elden Ring's a dark fantasy, right? I think it does count as a dark fantasy, yes. Oh, okay. For you, I forget if that makes it 5. Oh, does that make it 5? I think it does. I think all I have to do now is go talk to him, and I can skip the boss. Okay, I'm gonna lose the scent by going through here. Open that. Oh yeah, no, I forgot I need to go up there. I also like how the craws do drop a lot of stuff. I don't know why I'm not remembering the names of things. Look, this is a really hard game for people with bad memory. Otherwise, it's like an insanely easy game. Yes, give me my next ability. Freaking blind me, would you? Threadstorm? I don't use Threadstorm, I'm gonna be honest. I do not use Threadstorm. Really, I just reach a point where I get to, no. I reach a point where I get the parry and then I don't swap to anything else. It's legit. I just love the parry that much. Like, I don't touch anything else. I don't go with the Silk Spear anymore, like nothing. Give me the, threefold blade. No, it's threefold pin. That's a good one. I think I missed that on my last time I got this far. Threefold pin is good. You cannot complain about the threefold pin. Okay, and then sadly you cannot go up there. I wish you could, but you kind of need some extra little things. Exit, re-enter, this, boom, done. Let that down. Okay. Now it's time for some quick things. That's what this part really is. The getting to Bellheart after you've done Craws is really just doing some quick extra little things. Like getting this bone scroll here. Oh god. You know, just all the little things. It's, you know, because that's what Greymoor fulfills that role of getting to the next area. It's like a middle, it's like City of Tears. It's that middle area that has so many relevant areas around it. And even sub-areas, which Thicket is technically a sub-area. I will argue with you on that. But it has all those important things. Okay. Let's get news quest here. Hello. No, you cannot lick me. Okay, there we go. And we get the journal. It's insane how late you get the journal in this game compared to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight you get in the second area. This game, no. You gotta wait until what, 5th area? This is 5th area, yeah. Unless you do Hunter's March, in which is the 6th. Or you go the long way around. Okay. Swap this over to that. I'll keep it on straight pin. I like straight pin more. It's not by a wide margin, but I like it more. Okay, there's this single fight here. Yeah, see, that was a good parry. Look at that single hit with my nail. Like a boss. I just am the final boss, guys. I think I'm just the final boss. The rats, the flying rats. That's what I think these are. These have to be like flying rats. Quick shard bundle and leave! Okay. Time for what I consider a relatively difficult area. And no, I do not mean just unlocking this. Although it is annoying to unlock it. The hard area is this. The little mouse tunnel. This feels like a pretty big sub area, honestly. This is hard because I'm blind and this is a dark area. Look at that thing. What the hell? Oh god, oh god. There we go. I don't even remember what that thing's name is, but I just know it's ugly. Memory locket. Was that the main thing here? Was it only memory lockets? I forget if it was just memory lockets in this area. I think it is. I think it is just memory locket. But I mean, you can't complain about a memory locket. Memory locket's pretty important. You know, isn't there... No, there's nothing else, I think. I was about to say, isn't there one other thing? But the thing I'm thinking of is lore. That'd only be important in the randomizer if I included lore. But I don't think the one randomizer thing we have, it does have lore. Okay. How far back was it? I'm gonna bench warp back. Look, I don't plan to bench warp to save my life because that... Oh my god, an hour. Spent only an hour on this, and I'm already at halfway home. Yeah. I don't intend to bench warp to save my life, because that feels all cheatery. That's just cheating death right there. But I will use it to go back. Because I am not about to crawl my way back. Not when I can teleport my way back. I remember something really annoying. Oh wait, by the way. Zenzibo! Garamon and Zaza. But an annoying thing about 100%ing the game was getting all the enemies in the thing. And these like the enemies here, the ones with the scissors, they were some of the most, these ones, they were the most annoying to get because I don't think they respawn in room. You can't just leave the room and they respawn. Like, watch. See, not respawn. So what you would have to do is you would have to go all the way back to a bench, or you bench warp, then you had to return all the way back, and then kill them again, only to repeat that process again and again, to like farm them for the book. It was relatively annoying, because most of the other enemies were like, either they respawned in the room, they were near a bench, they were plentiful, something where it made it not so annoying, but these enemies are so few and far between, where it was just too annoying to do it. Like, look, these guys aren't exactly everywhere. I like how he has a block that can apply above, but he just doesn't attack above. Like, what? Okay. Now, you get myself my second sort of attack mechanism if you want. The one that I think I'd consider the one I would be second most likely to use, because Reaper is so useful. I prefer it over Wanderers, because Wanderers just feels... it's similar to the Knights, and I'm not saying the Knight style is bad, it's just it doesn't feel right in Silksong. Like, Silksong is so fast-paced, like... So I would either want something heavy, like Reaper feels heavy. You can feel the chunk and the churn. You can hear the swing that it takes. Not to mention the heal ability that you get, which, you know, you kind of just make new silk. That's so useful. Like, who can complain about extra silk after already using silk to heal? Like, I freaking love that. You know, I just realized I feel like I'm missing something. Because I don't have the second half of the thingy. I think I know which, what you mean, what... I'll show it in a second. You know what, screw it, I could show it right now. Yeah, I don't have the second half of this, the spool fragment. I don't even remember where I got the other half. Damn, I can't be forgetting this shit. I got... Eventually, I'll have all the important stuff's locations memorized like I do with Hollow Knight. But today is not that day. I had to, like, watch, like, hundreds of hours of people streaming this game, and also hundreds of hours of playing Hollow Knight. I'm referencing a Hollow Knight. I had to watch so many hours of people streaming Hollow Knight and playing so many hours of Hollow Knight in order for me to know where the location of all the important stuff is. I still don't think I know where Shriek is. I don't think I could accurately pinpoint on a map where Shriek is. No, not Abyss Shriek, Howling Wraiths. I don't think I can confidently say where Howling Wraiths is. Abyss Shriek, though, I could confidently say where Abyss Shriek is, because you just gotta go into the Abyss and stream into the Void. Okay. Teleport back. Where was... Oh, it's here. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, cool. Oh, you respawned. Okay, I got Reaper. I don't want to mess with anything when I have Reaper on. Considering I haven't really used Reaper a lot. I used it a lot my first playthrough until I realized how much I just much prefer the base one. Like, come on. Like, there's nothing to hate about the base thing. The base thing is just... It's so fast. It's so sleek. I don't understand the hate that it gets. I mean, I guess when the game first came out and people were so used to Hollow Knight, I guess there was an understandable reason for the... I guess not hate, but like the disliking of the base one, but I feel like as time has passed, I've found myself to really like Base Hornet freaking moveset. There's a name for the thing. I don't remember. Crest, that's it. Base Hornet Crest. It's just so good. Boom, threefold pin. Okay, let's move the fleas. I think this was the way to the fleas, right? Yep, this is the way. I'll have that map memorized eventually. Yes, I finished it. Let's go, skip a boss. My favorite thing. Wait. Why is we not heading out? I forgot to grab the thing. Wait. No, wait, that means I'm forgetting one. I got the one that's in Northern Marrow. I got that one. I got the one in Deep Docks. I got the one at Craw Lake. Was there one in Far Fields I'm forgetting? There might be one at Far Fields I'm forgetting. There might be one at Far Fields I'm forgetting. I think that's it. I think I'm forgetting one at Far Fields. Damn, and I thought No, apparently I just completely forgot to get the quest. That's why it never appeared. I didn't complete it and it just disappeared. I just never got it. God damn it. There should be another somewhere in Greymore. But no, it wasn't Greymore. It was Farfields. There's another one in Farfields somewhere. There definitely has to be. I can think of 2 areas where there's a chance. One of them, luckily, is really close. I forget it. Oh wait, I can't do this. I forgot. I forgot you need wall climb for that. Well, luckily there's still another area that I can go to. And it's in here. And then I don't think there's anything at Hunter's March, so I guess there's no reason to go to Hunter's March, right? Please don't tell me there's one in Hunter's March. I don't want to have to go all the way to Hunter's March. There we go. Okay, over here. I think there's one in here, right? I'm trying to remember correctly. Yeah, over here, right? No, there's... No, there's... No, it's this. Oh no, 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 oh no. Okay, he's dead. Good, good. Don't die. Oh, there is one here. Okay, I was just wrong side. Get you out of there. Okay, boom. That's all of them. Man, that was really risky there. That was. Damn, I already got that. I just like to kill them in the meantime because I know that later on I'd have to kill them a lot, but I guess I am way too freaking interested in Bloodsport. Gotta kill all these. Well, birds is a really strong word. Okay. Let's head back down. No, not that one. We need something. No, I think it's only Act 3 you unlock that. Never mind. Is it Act 3 or is it Act 2? I don't remember when you get the dual-sided thingy. Back to the Marrow. I have the thing completed now. I forgot that that was part of the whole trip. Let me tell you, I would be really bad at speedrunning purely because I forget way too many things. As if it wasn't evident for me forgetting names of things. It's a mirror. I also just don't know English. It's a miracle I remember Hornet's name, honestly. Okay, we can head out now, right? Osh. Osh. Let's hope that's not a slur in some language. Yeah, there's enough languages. It probably is. It probably is. God damn it. Twitch, do not cancel me. No, not Twitch. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, don't cancel me for speaking and saying words that bugs are saying. Let's go. Wait, why does it show 6 of them? I saved 5. Wait, what? Mr. Silksong. John Silksong, where are you? John Silksong, where are you? I want this explained to me. I'm gonna count them here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind, we're actually missing. Oh no, 5. There, see, I've got 5. Give me the flea brew. Okay. And just like that, I end up in one of the most cursed places ever. Look at this. Isn't this traumatizing? Haunted Bellheart. Well, I will unlock this. And luckily I don't gotta worry about a bench there. I could just go to this bench. And I guess next stream I'll do 3 things. I'll do Shellwood. I'll make Bellheart normal. And if I somehow survive all that, especially since we have a difficult boss coming up, that being the one defending Bellheart. How do I forget her name? Widow. After that, if I somehow survive all that, I want to try Hunter's March, but not the Bellfly or whatever it's called. Just not that guy. I will not be doing the Hunter's thing for a long time. Stop moaning and groaning, everyone. I will not be doing that for a while. I am not crazy, okay? But other than that, yeah. So, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. This was a good stream. This was fun. I should definitely stream this more. So, yep. Hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. So, see ya. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.